Today we're making a pork potato chop. This is a super simple skillet dinner. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get it going, and then you just simmer it for 45 minutes, and at that time you can pretty much walk away. So the first thing we do is brown the pork chops in the skillet and slice the 4 red potatoes. Now Big Daddy called me, I walked away, I forgot to turn the camera back on when I resumed slicing, so I apologize for that, but there they are, 4 sliced potatoes. Now we're going to go back to the skillet, we're going to turn the pork chops over, and we're going to brown the other side. I have 14 ounces of chicken broth, and I'm going to put in the package of dry onion soup mix. We'll get that stirred up. I checked the pork chops, they are brown on both sides. So now I'm going to put the potatoes in the skillet on top of the pork chops, and then we're going to pour this gravy and chicken broth mixture on top and bring it to a boil. Okay, now it's coming to a boil here, so we're going to go ahead and put the lid on. We're going to set it to simmer for 45 minutes. And I'll just set my little timer on the refrigerator. This was absolutely delicious. And again, when I use boneless pork chops, I just purchase a pork loin and I cut that up into pork chop servings. We had this before and I forgot to film it, so we had it again. It was that good. Here's our finished plates. I just served it with some steamed broccoli. And here are your ingredients. Super simple, super good. Today we're making shrimp Newburg, and I have to say I think this is one of the fastest dinners I've ever made. You take a condensed can of cream of shrimp soup, which is actually made by Campbell's. You put in a 1/4 cup of water. I use that just to get the rest out of the soup can. And a teaspoon of seafood seasoning. I used the Kinder's one that I had, but whichever one you have in your house or you purchase will be fine. You bring this to a boil. Now that it's boiling, we're going to add in the shrimp. I just did half at first because this calls for a pound of salad shrimp thawed, but I just had the big shrimp that I had left over from a different meal. So I put a pound of large shrimp in mine. Worked out just as good. You just reduce the heat, stir the shrimp in, and then heat everything through, and we served ours on rice. It was absolutely delicious. We did a buttered bun that I had made that day to go along with it. So I hope you give it a try. Like I said, super simple, and it was very, very good. Today's recipe is called Summore. Now I've made it, I know why, because it makes so very much, and there's always some more to have for lunch for several days. So we're going to brown 2 pounds of ground beef, some onions, and some garlic. While that's cooking, I'm going to grate up my cheese and get all my other ingredients lined up so I'm ready to go. I drained my hamburger. Now I'm going to spray the casserole dish and put the hamburger in first, and then we'll start adding all the other ingredients. As always, the ingredients are going to be listed at the end of each recipe clip, and in the description box below I will have the ingredients and the directions for all the recipes shown today. So now I'm just going to put a little of the cheese in and then reserve the rest to put on top after I get everything mixed up. Now we're going to put the rest of the cheese on the top. We're going to pop this into a 300-degree oven for 1 hour or until it's well browned. Here's our finished plates. We had it with buttered bread. Absolutely delicious. Your ingredients are coming up and I hope you give it a try. It goes a long way if you're having company too. Maybe some garlic toast. Today we're going to make some barbecue meatballs. The first thing we do is put in some breadcrumbs, a cup, and mix it with a 1/4 cup of milk. I had to add more milk. I don't know, maybe I overdid the breadcrumbs, but I measured it out. Anywho, we're going to get that mixed together, and then we're going to put in some salt and pepper and the ground beef, and we're going to make meatballs. I got the gloves out for this step, and I'm just going to make, as I make the meatballs, I'm going to put them in the frying pan right there, and we're going to brown them up in a little butter. And then while those are cooking, we're going to make the sauce that we're going to cook the meatballs in. For the sauce, we're going to use Worcestershire, vinegar, some chopped onion, I used frozen this time, some brown sugar, and ketchup. The actual ingredients with the measurements will be at the end of this video clip, plus again I put all the directions and recipe ingredients in the description box below. So we'll get all this sauce mixture put together. We're going to turn the meatballs again, just trying to get them browned on all sides. Now that I have all the sauce ingredients in the measuring cup, I'll go ahead and mix this up, and then the meatballs are actually done, and we will get all the grease out that we can, and then we'll pour the sauce in. We put the lid on and we simmer it for 1 hour. I just want to get all these covered up, and during the hour that they simmer I do move them around and recover a couple of times. They were absolutely delicious. We served these with buffet potatoes and a vegetable. I didn't get a finished plate because I needed to get this video edited, so I apologize for that. But this is the last video I'm going to be doing for regular meals, because throughout October I'm going to be bringing you Crocktober, which is all crock pot meals. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Be sure to get your crock pots out of the cupboard, and I'll be back next Monday with week 1's collection. So I hope you enjoyed the easy dinners that were very budget friendly. And next week, like I said, I'll be starting the Crockpot Crocktoberfest, so we'll have crockpot meals every Monday throughout the month of October. So guys, have a wonderful week. I'll see you Friday.